Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, continuing with the sunny conditions out there this morning. Wind still holding out of the west-southwest, staying fairly light at this time, around 5 to 10 knots, and seeing those temperatures start to creep up to just about 80 degrees. Overall, we'll see a warmer day ahead. Should stay out of any precip or lightning today. We'll just see some slightly breezy winds out of the south, particularly as we get into the afternoon. Very slight chance to a slight chance we'll see a wind advisory for the late afternoon hours, mainly after the close of business today. But overall, looking at a fairly nice day as we increase with some of that heat and humidity moving through today into tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the next chance of rain and possibly some thunderstorms moving in, particularly as we get into the evening time frame. As we take a look at the current surface analysis here, we can see a boundary that moved into the region last night. It's kind of stalled off to the west. Going to see that washing out as we move through the day today. This boundary up with this low over the Great Lakes is going to be approaching the area as we get into the evening time frame tomorrow. That's going to bring the next good chance of seeing some showers and possibly some thunderstorms tomorrow evening. Ahead of it, though, going to continue with some warm and humid conditions and continue to see some slightly breezy conditions during our afternoons. Upper level winds this morning, seeing west-southwesterly winds through the entire column, a bit more southwesterly or westerly in certain levels, but otherwise seeing those winds around 15 to 25 knots through much of the column, and then peaking around 37 knots at 25,000 feet and seeing our freezing level at 13,900 feet. Looking at the current visible satellite, we see those sunny skies across the region this morning. Do have some additional cloud cover off to the northwest. Generally expecting mostly sunny clouds through the day today with just a few clouds around, possibly seeing some scattered clouds around for that later afternoon time frame with that southerly wind. But yeah, overall looking at very nice skies around the area. We'll take a look at the high resolution models and move through the day today. As mentioned, we will see dry and mostly sunny conditions moving through our day today. Again, could see a few extra clouds at times later this afternoon into the evening. But overall, mostly clear skies. We will see slightly breezy winds this afternoon as well. Slight chance we see some patchy mist in the morning, but we'll have enough of a breeze through the overnight time frame to likely minimize that. But we will see some increased moisture and humidity around the area. As we move through our Saturday, overall, mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions through much of the day, and should see mainly dry conditions and slightly breezy conditions, as well as we move later in the day, particularly as this boundary starts to approach the area. We'll start to see some showers and storms firing along that boundary during the afternoon, but won't see that activity approaching the local area, particularly until we get towards the 7 to 8 p.m. time frame, when we'll see that more on our doorstep here. And then, again, as mentioned, expecting just some scattered showers around with a possibility for some embedded thunderstorms and some slightly breezy winds. If we zoom out, look at the European model here starting Sunday morning, it does look like that boundary will stall out a bit over the area, so it's going to be slow to really push that shower activity out of the area, so possibly seeing those showers linger into the early Sunday morning time frame, possibly into the early daytime of Sunday. But generally should be pushing out of the area as we get into Sunday with just a slight chance of a lingering shower around the area. Otherwise, we'll see those winds turning more northerly, and we'll be moving back to more slightly below average temperatures and nice conditions as we move into the beginning of next week. We'll see a high pressure building in over the area and a bit more of an onshore flow as we move through Monday, as well as into Tuesday. Could see a slight breeze, slightly breezier conditions on Tuesday as we see a slight tightening of that pressure gradient locally here. But as we move through the middle of the week, it does look like we do have a potential of seeing some rain in the area as we move into our Wednesday in particular, as it does look like that boundary will try to move westward slightly. Still some variation in the modelings as to how much potential rain we do see, but it does look like a chance of seeing some rain around the area on Wednesday, as we do see some coastal troughing here. But as you can see, European model keeps that rain fairly brief during the first part of the day, and then moves that boundary back off the coast as we move into the end of the week, with things clearing and drying out moving into the end of next week. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, overall had green conditions this morning, have introduced just a yellow risk for those elevated winds mainly after the 16 local time frame, just for a slight chance we do see a wind advisory, but expecting those peak winds to stay mainly below that 25 knot threshold. So seeing those winds generally out of the southwest as we get into the afternoon, becoming more southerly, peaking at a 10 to 15 knot sustained wind, and those peak gusts, as mentioned, up around 23 knots as we get into the later afternoon time frame. We'll see our high temperature warming up to around 85 degrees, so above average for this time of year by a few degrees, and we'll see that start to cool off a bit as we go into the evening, and we'll see those winds reducing a bit as well, but only going to see those low temperatures cooling down to around 71 degrees as we have some increasing humidity around the area. And as mentioned, just a few clouds around the area. Could see a brief period of some ceilings around 7,000 feet later in the day, or more so into the evening time frame, but overall just a few to scattered clouds around the area. Tides running slightly above normal. Extended forecast here. Saturday does look to be the next best chance of seeing some rain in the area, but again, that will be late in the day and into the evening time frame. Much of the day on Saturday should be fairly nice, still warm and humid, but slightly breezy and partly cloudy overall, and then that chance of late PM thunderstorms and showers looks to be about a 60% chance at this time, and holding a 15% chance into the day on Sunday, with any lingering, possibly isolated showers around the area. And overall, we'll see mostly cloudy conditions on Sunday and a much cooler day, back to below average temperatures with a high around 76. And we'll keep those highs in the mid 70s as we move through much, if not all, of next week. We'll see those low temperatures back down to around 60, just below 60 degrees at times as we move through that period as well. Overall, mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions through much, if not all, of the week. Slightly breezy on Tuesday with a slightly breezy onshore flow, and then do have those mostly cloudy conditions for Wednesday. Just a 30% chance of rain for our Wednesday, with low confidence in that boundary moving back inward. So could potentially see that increase or decrease depending on gaining more confidence in that forecast here. But right now looking like just some cloudy conditions with a slight chance of some rain around the area. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again on Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.